Appleton. Back in the kitchen now with Rod. He is from down south and is full of spicy southern recipes. Started a catering business. We'll come to your house. We're waiting for that jambalaya to finish up. How's it going out there?
It's going really good.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
I can't either, except my hands are cold.
I know. Well, we got you inside now to warm you up. It's a wet snow.
It is.
It's really wet. So we're making Cajun meatballs now. So let's get started.
Okay. Basically, what we do is I use ground beef and ground pork together. I like the flavor. So we have a smaller package here, but on your website, the recipe is posted, and you want to use 1 pound of each.
1 pound of each. Okay. Ground pork and ground beef.
Put them in a bowl together there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. That's fine.
And then some onion and green onion, finely minced.
Okay.
Usually 2 eggs. We're going to do one today because we
kind of cut it in half. Okay.
Condensed it down a little bit.
Okay.
And then the rest of the stuff here, I do all just, by taste.
I know.
So however you like it. So I just shake a little Tony's on top.
Okay.
On the website, it has its half a teaspoon of liquid smoke, but I'm just going to give it a couple little drops.
Okay, I'm going to wash my hands because we're going to get busy making these meatballs.
Yes, we are.
All right.
And we also add some kitchen bouquet to it as well.
Love that.
I use kitchen bouquet and everything. It's great.
It kind of pumps up the flavor. A little dab will do you.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, a little goes a long way.
Fresh ground black pepper.
Yes, ma'am.
A little bit of cayenne pepper.
Yes, ma'am.
About how much?
Just a couple shakes in there. Plenty.
You're like me. Who measures? It's just all about love, right?
Right.
A little bit of accent. That's a big southern thing.
It is a big southern thing. I noticed that a lot of people up here don't really use that, but we use it in everything. I guess you just got to be careful because of the MSG. So.
Sea salt?
Sea salt. I like sea salt over regular salt.
I do too. Breadcrumbs?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
What we do is we put this all together.
Okay,
correct.
I'll
and we get it all mixed up. Make sure we got all our seasonings.
So you don't want to overdo it with the breadcrumbs.
Right.
I get what you're talking about.
Right, right. We just, because there's no measurement for that either. You just start to shake them in, and once you get a dough-like consistency, then that's when it's good to go. Then you just start to roll your meatballs. And I like to roll them in like 1 1/4 size, where you could, pop one in your mouth if you wanted, or cut them in half.
Sure.
You know what's cool about this, like you said earlier, is you can make a meatloaf with this, or you can make the meatballs. You don't have to just serve them as an appetizer. You could put them over egg noodles.
Sure.
A little sour cream on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to add a little, throw a little.
Sure.
And I'll just kind of work it, and you can tell me when, because I really think whenever I'm making meatballs or meatloaf, I just kind of do it that way. I don't want to overdo it with the breadcrumbs. So sometimes it's best to do this rather than actually dump it all in there. I would say a little bit more. You think just a little firmer?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if you reach in that drawer, right there, you can get something that will start melting this butter. Just any kind of. So you actually start browning these in a little bit of butter, huh?
Correct. I just throw a little bit in the pan, and what I like to do is roll them up, get them in there. I take it I stand over them constantly.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
So that the whole thing gets browned on the outside. What I try to do is cook them at a little bit of a high temp so that we get a good browning on the outside. And if I'm going to put them in a slow cooker or a crock pot, then the cooking process can finish in there. Sure. If we're going to serve it as a meal, then of course we'd want to, cook them all the way through.
Sure. Is this about the size you're going for?
Oh, those are a little big, but those are fine.
Okay. I'll make them smaller.
No, it's okay. We can make them however. It's however you like them.
But these would be perfect for game day because you can get them all done Saturday, let's say, and then throw it in the slow cooker. Now, you do make a gravy, and I don't know if we're going to have time to get to the gravy, but basically these come out of the skillet.
Correct.
And you use the drippings from the meatballs. How do you make the gravy then?
Then we just add a little bit of flour to it.
Okay.
We make a roux. After that, we add our mushrooms to the roux. What we do is we don't want to cook them all the way again because, we don't want to lose that consistency of the mushrooms.
Sure.
So we just cook them to where they're starting to soften up.
Okay.
Then we go ahead and we add 2 cups of beef stock with 1 tablespoon of garlic juice inside of that. Little kitchen bouquet, some Tony's, some salt and pepper, and cook it down till it's nice and thick.
Really nice
and if you have it in your crock pot, then after that you just pour the remnants over over the top of the meatballs.
Yum. How are meatballs looking here? Am I doing okay?
They're doing great.
Okay, and just kind of, like you say,
yep,
shake them around.
Yeah, I just move it all around,
so make it all brown. Yum. All right, let's show everybody how they look with the gravy. You can just lift the top off that. Oh, yeah. Put some toothpicks out and watch these disappear.
They do. They go quick.
Yum, yum.
And actually, like I said, my favorite way to make them is we eat them at home all the time over noodles. I mean,
yeah.
we eat them over egg noodles.
Yeah.
There's nothing beats that.
A little sour cream, like you say, on top.
And really, it's inexpensive. I mean, it's a inexpensive meal. There's a little bit of prep time to it, but ground beef, ground pork is not that much. Egg noodles are cheap, so you can throw together a really nice meal for.
Love it. Ooh, can hardly wait to dig in and try. Well, stick around because we're getting our coats back on. We're headed back outside to finish this jambalaya. Recipes that we did on our website. So stay with us. We'll be right back.